Hey everybody, welcome to Miramanga playing fighting fantasy with her grim dark buddies. Will we die? Will we win? It's up to you, so let's begin. Woohoo! Thank you everybody for being here. So lovely to see you all. Hi Tony, hi Robbie, hi Heartless, hello Will Inspector, hello Caprice, hey Aztec, hello Neil Adams. Welcome to the chat. Who here is hot off the back of seeing the amazing Matt Farah talk about Crossfire? He's one of my dreams, just revealed all his writing secrets, which was quite magnificent. So this evening I have my friend Nadia staying with me, and she is unwilling to appear on the stream, so shall we say? Hello, Mark Hayward. Thank you so much, Robbie. I think it was a really great interview. Matt's so interesting, and also, I was able to kind of pop up some of the little things he was talking about. I've got my Warhammer 40k Codex Imperialis and my first ever issue of Inferno. Are we going to be Gravity Well Inspectors? Indeed we are. Oh no, Heartless Ninny and Neil think this is a rubbish book. Scheisse, what are we going to do about that? That's no good. Well, we could try a little bit of Rogue Trader. I'm a bit reluctant to because I haven't checked my... I think it will probably just crash. So I said least favourite, not terrible. Okay, well, why don't we open it up and see how we go? Just a bit rubbish. I'm also thinking this evening, I'm so tired. Those of you following me on Instagram will see that Nadia and I wandered around like so much of London. Well, not a lot. We wandered around a lot. I'm so tired. So this might end at 9 o'clock, which means it would be a 45-minute live, which is the shortest we will ever have done. But I hope you understand. Okay, so Mr. Pugh is with us this evening. I still haven't bought my replacement fire extinguisher. And tonight's candle is another one by my friend who you can follow on Instagram, The Candle Bar. And yes, this is Clarity, lemon, rosemary and eucalyptus. Enzyme Pew. With the only enzyme we need is Ensign Wesley Crusher. Thank you. Thank y'all. This is probably not the best one to go to sleep on, actually. But it might keep me energized for the stream. And Nadia is staying here tonight. We both work for the same company, so we both have to get up for an 8 o'clock meeting tomorrow morning. And when I say get up for an 8 o'clock meeting, be ready, be in the office. I don't mind a truncated stream. Hopefully that candle wasn't dollars. No, the Candle Bar candles are very, very reasonably priced. And it's soy. Yeah, it's lovely. Not replacement, additional fire extinguisher, absolutely. I heard it was 180 quid. Ha ha ha, lol. Hello, Twain and Lintu. This is my incredibly expensive candle. It's so nice, though. I promise you, this is one of the nicest smells ever. And probably the guy that wore Flower Bomb when I dated him, which smells exactly the same. I definitely stayed with him for many months too long, and a lot of that might have been contributed to this smell. A meeting with people in the room or the nice type? It's a meeting with some Australians, actually. Some of us are on holiday and can have a long line tomorrow. Gary O'Neill, welcome. We have a newbie in the chat. Welcome, Gary O'Neill. I hope that you love what you find here. Oh, okay. Righty-ho. So let's get into it and get our gaming on. Where is my fighting fantasy? We just need, I think we only need about 333 new subscribers and I will be at 10k, which It seems absolutely unbelievable. Oh my God, Will, I'm having a hard time staying awake from all the herbicidal battery I committed in the garden. Short stream is fine. What did you use? What's your tool of choice? Was it a scythe? Was it a lawnmower? Was it a machete? Let us know what you used for your herbicidal battery, Will. Speaking of which, Alex, our horticultural expert, is in the channel. Welcome, welcome, Alex. And we have more people here. Yay! Then it's Night Lord's trilogy time. Ugh. Will. Oh, yay! Neil, thank you so much. Neil has given memberships. Gary O'Neill. Oh my gosh, first time and Gary gets a membership. Raging Horn, interesting name, gets a membership. Dr. Salvador gets a membership. Jake Wu gets a membership. Steve Simpson gets a membership. Fantastic. Thank you so, so much. Welcome to Mira Manga and the Grimdark Buddies YouTube membership. What a celebration. As you know, I am currently trying to bump up my Mira Manga membership levels with we're reading through the Codex Imperialis page by page. Thank you, Neil. That's so, so wonderful. We really, really appreciate gifting memberships. Make people join the cult. Tell us the Night Lord is patient. Ooh. No Night Lords. Gratzel says Caprice. And Secateurs, surely. Happy Haribo has tired themselves out cleaning the bathroom and confusing the cats. In that order, I hope. Thank you, Neil. That's so fantastic. What would we do without Neil? He is a stalwart of this system. Don't worry, this cult is super chill. Do you know what, chaps? I haven't got a cup of tea. This is going to be a tough one. There's no tea in the vicinity. I'm just loading up the game. I've just put the cassette in. How much battery have we got? That looks okay. Okie dokie. Let me share my screen with you fine fellows. Oh my gosh, Gary! Gary, a strong move into the chat. Thank you so much. David Green, Valus, Jean Higgins, PJ Urabazo, Wall Homo Minis, and congratulations, you've all been given memberships by our newest member, Gary O'Neill. Gary, that's incredibly awesome of you. Thank you so, so, so much. That's so kind. Oh, everybody can get in the game. The cult is expanding. 5x5, as Faith from Buffy used to say. We love it. We love it. We love it. So that's David Green. Welcome. David Green from the Secretary of the British Fantasy Society. I shit you not. BFS Horizons in the house has been gifted a membership by our newest member, Gary O'Neill. What is going on? Look at this. These are my British Fantasy Society Horizons. We've also got my British Fantasy Society notepad. Very, very exclusive. Wow, what a start to this chat. Valus, you're so welcome. Jean Higgins, PJ Urabazo, what a great name. This is a cult without Kool-Aid. Well, grape Kool-Aid is our favourite. Tea and biscuits are important. So industrious, you lot. Darth has spent the day lazing around. Lovely. Good evening, Major General. 80s computer uploads. Ooh. Hello, Sean. G'day, mate. How you doing? I hope you enjoyed the interview with Matt Ferrer, who is based in Australia. Oh, return the kind for the greater good. Thank you so much, Gary. Yes, and now we must... Surely Gary's an ultramarine if he's doing beneficent kind acts like this. If he says Emperor's Children, I'm going to be absolutely destroyed. A ZM board. The locals are starting Necromunda. I spent the afternoon playing Wingspan. Oh, I haven't played Wingspan yet. Yay, Tau! Of course you're a Tau. For the greater good. I get it. I understand. Zone Mortalis. Look at us. Look at us thriving. Starship Traveller. New game. Tau, the other blue faction. Quite right too, Will. Absolutely. So, without further ado, oh, there's a gallery in this one. That's exciting. Let's get some, what music have they given us? Stalking Danger. I feel like this might be appropriate for a space-themed game. Didn't see the vid release. It's 5:30. Oh, Sean, mate, I'm so sorry it's so early. The bloody clock's going back, mate. But Sean, as you know, I'm so grateful to have you here. Sean helped me with my Emperor Inspects t-shirt, my merch, which is one of my favourite designs. Name's got to be Mira Crusher. Mira Wheaton. I've never played Wingspan. A guy took me on a date because I was on the Hinge dating app and he was showing off some board games. And I noticed Wingspan was in the board game. So I said, oh, maybe we could have a date. Could you bring Wingspan? I've never played it. And then I realised he'd just made a dating video from a gaming pub. He didn't actually play the game. So he bought Wingspan and then we had the date, but we never got it out. We never played it. So the search for love continues. Yes, thank you so much for coming, Sean. You are the captain of the Starship Traveller. The ship itself is the pride of your Astro Navy. Its weapons and defense systems are the most technically. What? Its weapons and defense systems are the most technically advanced in the fleet, and its crew are first rate. Is that right? Should it be technologically advanced? I don't care. You must first choose from one of 3 difficulty settings. This gamebook has been designed for optimum challenge on the Adventurer difficulty mode. For newcomers to Fighting Fantasy, we recommend Adventurer or Free modes. For older readers, already familiar with printed versions of the game, we recommend Hardcore Hero mode. Okay, people, there are 32 of us in the chat this evening, which is a fine number for us. What do we think? Are we going to play Free Read, which is mega easy, Adventurer, play Starship Traveller exactly how Steve Jackson designed it, or Hardcore Hero, which we will get a pounding in? So it's up to you. Please lend your votes to the chat. Oh my goodness, there are 36 people in the chat this evening. That's extraordinary. Welcome, welcome everybody. I feel like I've made a mistake to suggest ending early this evening. Welcome one and all. Adventurer with Free Read on standby, says Caprice. Adventurer, says Tony. Hello Liam, welcome back. Liam says hardcore. Haribo says Free Read. Robbie says Adventurer please, with a smile. It looks like Mark Hayward and Major General are on the side of Adventurer, as is Sean, who got up at 5:30, mate. It's got to be Adventurer until we get to like week 6 and give up. Absolutely. Joe Blog says, what are we less likely to die in? We all know, Joe, we should probably go Free. But it looks like the outcome is stunningly for Adventurer, so let's go ahead. You have chosen Adventurer difficulty mode. Before you begin your voyage, you must first determine the strengths and weaknesses of yourself as captain and your crew members. Begin by calculating your initial stamina. Your stamina score reflects your general constitution, your will to survive, your determination and overall fitness. Thank God this is not real life. The higher your stamina score, the longer you will be able to survive. You must roll 2 dice. 12 will be added to the number rolled, and this number will be saved to your adventure sheet as your stamina score. Your stamina score will go up and down throughout your journey, but if it should ever reach 0, you will die and your adventure will be over. Your adventure sheet can be accessed at any time from the menu at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Let's go for a 10 base for 22 stamina. Next, determine your skill. Your skill score reflects your leadership and decision-making skills as captain. The higher the better. I'm just looking back at Wesley, checking he's happy with it, what we're doing. To calculate your skill score, you must roll 1 die. 6 will be added to the roll, and this new number will be saved as your skill score. So in this roll, I'm not going to take below 4. Ideally, we'd like a 6. Yay! We have a base of 6, which means our skill will be 12 in this adventure. Okay, every true hero is at the mercy of the forces of chance. Call it acts of God, the force, or whatever you will. Luck will play an important part in your adventure. So let's roll 1 die. Ooh, look at that. It's 6 again. Next, you must roll the stats of your crew members. We get crew members, everybody. Personnel will perform according to their skill and stamina scores. Their skill score reflects their abilities within their profession, i.e. your science officer's skill with computers, your medical officer's skill as a doctor, and your security officer's combat ability. On your adventure sheet, you will see entries for your key staff, science officer, medical officer, security officer, and engineering officer, together with 2 security guards. You must now repeat your stamina and skill rolls for each of these crew members. Okay, let's cheat. Oh gosh. Looks like we're going to lose our science officer. That was very bad luck. Medical officer. Okay, let's take a 10. Oh, come on. We'll leave it at 5. Oh, gosh. This is terrible. That's nice. Security officer has the highest stamina, which is fine with me. Oh, God, that's awful. Even with cheating, we're not having as much luck, peeps. Yeah, I feel like I like how the red shirts have built-in redundancy, says Will. Absolutely. I would highly recommend an initial bookmark. I don't think we have a bookmark option up yet, Heartless. Oh, yay. Raging Horn says, thanks for the membership. Gary, thank you so much for the membership. That's so kind of you. Heart of Gold is being suggested as the spaceship name, as is Jefferson. Zaphod would approve. Nothing's going to stop us now. Nothing's going to stop us now. I did enter the lottery last night, Robbie. I don't think I won anything. I certainly don't have anything on my... Yeah, I haven't got any notifications to say we've won. Hope the doc keeps saying, God damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a ... I think these rolls are pretty good. Haribo says, the crew are clearly conscripts from Basingstoke. We do not talk about Basingstoke in this chat or channel ever. Everyone has a high skill, that's huge. I'm actually wearing my This Is My Lucky Red Shirt t-shirt. I meant a bookmark once we get going. Okay, sounds good, Heartless. And Joe says, the Millennium Dustbin. If we're that technically advanced, we should have the emergency medical hologram. I feel like this is classic Trek. The Millennial Vulcan. I like that, Dartharus. Ship-to-ship combat. Oh no! I am going to hate this. Ship-to-ship combat is conducted using 2 stats, weapon strength and shields. When shooting at enemy ships, you need to roll lower than the Traveller's weapon strength to make a hit. Okay. So we need a high weapon strength now. Oh, come on. Oh, sugar! Yes, phew, I rolled us out of that 6, but we got it back. Next, determine your ship's shields. When enemy ships hit you, you will lose points from the Traveller's shield score. The shields will weaken significantly after a few hits have been taken. So we need to roll 1 dice and get a high roll. I think we'll stick with 5. Shields is 17. Will did a short selling on Tesla. That was pretty much like winning a lottery. Does that mean you did a Christian Bale? Gilbert the Alien, Saturday morning TV was great back in the 80s. Yeah, Will, I hope you cleaned up, and I hope you spend your money on Warhammer or my YouTube channel. Our ship is awesome and it's crewed with some tough customers, says Heartless Ninny. Continue toward adventure. Okay, let's bookmark. Oh, we're still using Tillian Well. Okay, that's fine. The scores you have recorded on your adventure street will give you an indication of the strengths and weaknesses of yourself, your crew, and your ship. Starship Traveller has unique rules, so please refer to the special rules section of the rulebook to learn more. We won't do that, we'll just play. In the adventure which follows, you are the captain of the Traveller, lost in an unknown universe. Your own skill as a captain will determine whether you and your crew will ever see Earth again. You are about to be flung through a black hole into unknown space. Your only chance of return will be to find another suitable black hole and guide the ship through it back to your own universe. You are now ready to set off. Take your seat on the bridge and prepare yourself for the adventure ahead. Wow, look at the graphics. They're like colour graphics now. Panic from your seat. Oh, let's see our adventure sheet. I think we should change our look for a sci-fi adventure. Any preferences, people? I quite like the look of this one. Elves could become Vulcans. This gives me very Tasha Yar vibes. I like that look too. Angel from Buffy. I always think this one reminds me of me. It's Buck Rogers. State of the Earth at the moment, says Mark. Do we want to go back? Absolutely not. Will says would not do that again. Very stressful. I don't even know how to buy a stock or share. So well done, Will. Worth it for the Schadenfreude, I bet, says Ninny. We could bump into Voyager. Surely it's lost in space. Oh my god. Hey AJ. Adam Johnston says, do Games Workshop deliver in space though? Yeah, true. We're going to have to stay on Earth. There isn't an overwhelming desire from any of these. So I'm going to give us the Tasha Yar character. Can anybody think of a player name for our Starship Traveller adventure? I like to leave some things to the chat. Tillian Well is a great name. Silence in the chat. Well, you know, we can stick with William Tell for now. Tillian Well. I think we change it to Wellany. Mira Wheaton was a good one. Janeway. Very good, Tony. They do, but you have to go through the administratum. Games Workshop delivering in space. So it takes an extra century or two. Kirk Captain. Willani Tell. Willani Tell. We'll only tell. What if we run into the Eisenstein? Gosh, that would be lovely. I like Janeway. Trillian Well. Trillian Well's good. Lilium Tell. We have to have a well in there somehow. Let's do Trillian Well, because that's a shout out to the Hitchhiker's Guide. And we have a phaser, everybody. And there's our crew stats. Lovely. Panic! For Spork, lol, Tony, I like that. From your seat at the helm of the Starship Traveller, you study the VDU anxiously. Engineering section has reported an overdrive malfunction which has locked the warp engines at 10% velocity gain. Oh, look at me reading techie stuff. You are watching the velocity indicator advancing rapidly through the safe region towards overload. You hit the communicator button and call engineering for further news. It is not good. The malfunction cannot be traced, and it will take another 13 minutes for a system check to provide a full analysis. We are clearly running this spaceship on DOS. You are heading towards the Celsian void, a known black hole. You may or may not avoid it, but your science officer has another plan. If you swing the ship through its immense gravitational pull, its gravity drag may help reduce your speed as you travel away from it. This is worth a try, but the navigational tuning will have to be precise. You swing the starship hard to starboard as you enter the Celsian's gravitational field and fasten your eyes on the velocity indicator. To your great relief, the plan seems to be working. The gain comes down from 10% to 5% to 0 to -5%. Loud cheers come from the crew, but you are still watching the velocity indicator. It is now showing -15%, then -25% and still falling. The ship is being sucked into the Celsian void! You hit the red alert button and instruct all ship's personnel to strap themselves down. The ship begins to whine and shake as it rapidly accelerates towards the black hole. There is nothing you can do to avert the impending disaster. An almighty explosion rocks the ship. Oh, we should probably do this. And all the crew, including you, lose consciousness. Crikey. Haribo says, Phaser, is that a copyright breach? Engineering, have you tried turning it on and off again? Photo amplification by stimulated emission, not copyrightable, I would guess. We're going to try and slingshot a black hole. Why are you laughing and getting into the escape pod? Asks Caprice. Celsian void, good for upset stomachs. Very good, Tony. Anyone seen the Disney film The Black Hole? One of my favourite childhood movies. Great score, Neil. Very melancholy movie. And the Beta Band used the score of The Black Hole for one of their songs, which is very, very lovely. You and other members of the crew are regaining consciousness. Again, you hit the communicator and call for systems damage reports. All systems appear to be intact until engineering reports that the warp drive engines are dead. You are floating in space, but your drive reactors should be operational in 20 to 30 minutes. Your navigation officer is bewildered. He cannot identify your whereabouts, and the computer reports you are in uncharted space. Your science officer has run an event analysis, and you appear to have gone through a black hole, through a dimension warp, and you are now in what seems to be a parallel universe. After some delay, you regain warp drive. Long-range scan indicates 3 solar systems ahead, of which 2 may have intelligent life. Will you press towards the life-bearing system ahead, turn to port towards the other life-bearing system, or turn to starboard towards the barren system? So I think in the chat, if you type either onwards, port or starboard, we will make our decision. I'm going to see if I've got a cup of moisture nearby. I am parched. In my unicorn mug, I have half a cup of cold tea. AJ warns, keep an eye out for evil mirror universe people. Good shout, AJ. I'm not surprised. Oh, some fantastic comments. Already inspecting a gravity well. We're making good time, says Will. Nice ears, says Iceland. Thank you, I'm becoming a cat. Use O-birth effect to raise apogee. Event Horizon, still have nightmares about that film. I will never watch it. Get the wet towels ready. We may need to dampen some Klingons, says Sean. Let's go back and check that gravity well. I'm not satisfied with how well we inspected it. Oh well, says Haribo. Event Horizon is very 40k, says Will Inspector. And a lot of people are saying port and please. Port, says Gary. AJ says starboard. Always a rebel. Any port in a storm, says Caprice. Port and Stilton, says Matt. Tony off to replicator. Tea Earl Grey hot. Yes. Sean says starboard. They'll never expect it. Very 40k the Event Horizon movie, says Haribo. Let's be on the look. Adam's right, says Heartless. Let's be on the lookout for unexpected goatees. Port, I will be... David says, I believe there will be Klingons off the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons off the starboard bow, Jim. Port or Sherry? It looks like we're going portwards, but why don't we, as is tradition, drop a bookmark? Ooh! I am amazed. I don't know if we get the option for classic graphics in this. Options, book, visuals, retro mode. I don't want to delete anything. Let's see what happens. You travel ahead at subwarp to allow your senses to scan for information. They pick up a small object several thousand kilometers ahead and traveling towards you. You continue cautiously. At 5 kilometers it stops, and you do likewise. Sensors report a Class D star cruiser, and you prepare yourself with shields up. A message comes in and you transfer it to the screen. A reptilian face appears in a uniform of authority. As your translator tunes in, the alien's message becomes clear. I am Commander McTell. I am Commander McTell of the Imperial Ganzig Confederation. We're not going to do that. You are a non-registered ship trespassing within Imperial territory. Identify yourself and state your purpose. What will your reply be? Okay, everybody. An opportunity to vote again. It's an alien owl, says Haribo. Classic art is always the best, says Neil. Do we wish to identify ourselves as he wishes? Shall we run an info scan or shall we fire? So please type ID, scan or fire into the chat. Haribo says, I read that as a glazing. Liam says, open fire. Identify, says Tony. Info scan, says Caprice. Never trust an Imperium, says Historita. Scan. ID, please, says Heartless. ID, we're in another universe. The info scan will be useless, surely? Haribo says, scan. Neil says, if we were from the Ordo Xenos, there would be only one option. Luckily, we're not, Neil, right? Info scan ID. Why do fantasy species and aliens love apostrophe so much? It's an enemy vessel. I'm sure there's an in-joke there I'm missing. Okay, let me count this. So how many people said fire? Liam and no one else. 1, 2 for ID, 3 for ID. 1, 2, 3, 4 for ID. Okay, and then scan is 1, 2, 3. So it looks like ID. So let's do a bookmark and identify ourselves. You explain to the commander who you are and how you came to be in his territory. He is suspicious. He claims you as a prisoner and says he will escort you back to his starbase, where your story can be considered by his superiors. He instructs you to prepare your transmatter unit to receive his first officer, who will accompany you. Will we comply and do as he says, or will we switch off the screen and activate phasers? So please choose to write either comply or phasers into the chat, please, to make our next decision. I thought we were in a parallel universe. Surely there'd be nothing in the info scan. Thinking of which, how does it know it's a Class D cruiser? I know, right? Heartless Ninny says, because they're cool. Identify, never start a fight, but always finish one. Phaser set to fun. Gary says watercast would observe formalities. Dartharus, guessing it's a classification based on size. Yes, I think that. These guys seem legit. Comply? Comply, please. Comply, 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 please. Okay, that's 5 for comply. I think we're going to comply, people. Have we got a bookmark here? Yes, we have. Set phases to fabulous. You leave the bridge and await the arrival of the Ganzigite in the transmatter unit. Within seconds, a body begins to materialize. The brown, scaly body of a reptilian being takes shape in front of you. You move forward to welcome the new arrival, but the creature snarls at you and draws a weapon. Oof. Through your translator, the Ganzigite commands you to lead him straight to the computer room. Every ship has a computer room. Your ship is following the alien starcruiser through space. You are a little suspicious of this intruder. Will we take him to the computer room, as he wishes? Will we attempt to sidetrack him by taking him to a lower deck? Or will we leap on him and try to overpower him? So computer room, lower deck, or leap is the next vote, people. Computer room, lower deck, or leap on him. Lower decks, it's fun down there, says Caprice. It is a great series, isn't it? Con! I think phasers, why are we going home with a guy we just met? Absolutely, David. Such a terrible rule. I think we should sidetrack him. A parallel universe may be exactly the same as ours, but one thing could be different. Good facts will be. Sidetrack, says Liam. Lower deck, says Caprice. Sidetrack, says Aztec. Computer room, says Robbie. Adam, AJ, says, picturing the computer room as a 90s UK school IT lab. Love that for us. Let's have that as canon. Also, don't forget we're a Kirk analog, so doing Kirk things should always be on the table. Yeah, we can, we can Kirk it. We can Janeway. We can Picard. He's going to be disappointed by the Commodore 64, says Tony. Leap on the stranger, says Will. Heartless. Anyway, I vote lower decks. Haribo says sidetrack with the online tutorial for using the computer. Computer room, maybe we can bond over a cool game. Okay, I'm going to have to count these votes again. Okay, so... 1 for sidetrack, 2, 3, 4 for sidetrack. And then lower decks is 1, 2 for lower decks. And then computer room is 1, 2. So it looks like we're going to sidetrack. We have our bookmark. Yes. You engage the Ganzigite in a conversation and give him a conducted tour of the ship, stalling for time. You show him the cargo hold, shuttle dock, recreation area, and science laboratories. In the animal behaviour lab, the alien shrieks as it sees an eagle chained to a perch. You deduce that on the Ganzigite's world, similar creatures are deadly enemies. Will we ignore the incident and continue the tour via the computer room? Will we release the eagle? Release the eagle! Or will we make use of the distraction to capture the alien? So please type computer, eagle, or distraction. No, that's not right. Please type in computer, eagle, or capture in the chat. Release the eagle, says Liam. We're going to get him hooked on SimCity 2000. If this was a parallel universe, Evil Mirror would have a goatee. Maybe I will have one in our next session. Release the eagle, say Caprice and Liam. Intimidate the alien with William Riker foot on chair posture. We'll definitely do that next week. Release the Emperor's holy symbol, the eagle, says Heartless. Release the eagle. Release the eagle. Imperial eagle. Eagle. Free eagly. Capture him. I think the eagle is getting released on this fine day. Okay. The eagle flies from its perch and swoops down on the intruder. I immediately feel bad. In abject terror, the alien swipes at the bird as it attacks. You watch the battle. 2 points are deducted from the Ganzigite's skill for its fear of the eagle. We never ever just try and be friends, guys. We do sometimes, we do. Roll out this fight. As soon as the alien inflicts any damage on the eagle, turn to 188. Oh my gosh, you guys, look, the eagle has its own little chart with a little silhouette. Cute. Aww, Ganzigite afraid. I feel like a bully. I'm a bully. Oh, the eagle's been hit. Oh god, that didn't last very long, did it, everybody? Eagle looked bluff, says Gary. That escalated quickly. Dartharus computer room, time for a LAN party. Release the eagle, it's too cool a name not to pick, said Sean. I'm sure using it as a distraction is more sensible, says Caprice, but how can we not choose release? Eagles and fish don't mix, but let's go. Okay, so he's probably dead. The alien injures the eagle but wails pitifully and begs you to call off the bird, which you do. Apparently eagles are sacred to the Ganzig culture and injuring them is a mortal sin. You command guards to take the alien to the brig. Calling up the Ganzigite star cruiser captain, you relate the incident, threatening the life... Oh my god. Threatening the life of your captive if your ship's not freed. The alien captain agrees to your terms, realizing he cannot harm a ship containing sacred animals. You take your captive to the transmatter unit and send him back to his ship. You are now free to leave. Well, that was good. The eagle's name is Aquila, obviously, says Neil. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. You probe ahead into space with your long-range scanners. On the fringe of your scan radius to port is a small star with an orbiting solar system which you may head for. Otherwise, you may increase speed to warp and head off into deep space. So, please type in solar system or deep space into the chat. We cucked the hell out of this situation, says Heartless. Dartharus. I thought we were going to hang out with the Lizardman's boss. Now we're taking hostages. AJ. Solar system. Hand out the goatees, we are dodgy. I know, we're the bad... Are we the bad guys? The eagle needs treats. Solar system says Heartless. Robbie says solar system too. So does Gary. So does Well Inspector. I think it's going to be solar system. Let's do a bookmark in case of an instant death. As you approach the small star, your scanners pick up 2 planets in orbit. One is a large red... I can't speak. One is a large red planet, which you may approach. The other planet is dull blue, and you may approach this. So please type red or blue into the chat. Just a colourful decision we get to make. Blue, please, says Robbie. Blue's my favourite colour over blue and red. 2 for red, 2 for blue. Maybe there's water there, says AJ. Blue. 4 for blue. 3 for red. 5 for blue, 3 for red. Dull means safe, right? The planet is dull blue and there's nothing we can do, says Haribo. Well, it looks like blue is the winner, so let's go blue. You increase speed towards a dull blue planet and start to orbit it. Short-range scanners indicate that it is a life-bearing planet. The most heavily populated area appears to be a city in the centre of a large island. You may beam down into the centre of this city, taking any 3 crew members with you, or you may leave orbit and continue onwards. So what do we feel like, people? Do we want to have like a planetary visit, or do we want to leave the orbit? Maybe the red planet is a forge word. Woohoo! Away team. We gotta beam down, right? Says Heartless. Beam down. Neil says assemble an away team. Well says beam. Beam down, says Liam. Let's poke around. They might have wells. Away team, land. Everybody wants to land on this planet. And that is what we will do next time on Mirror Mangas. Grim Dark Buddies play fighting fantasy. Yay! Wowie zowie. Well done us. Look at us. I'm enjoying this at the moment. I was a bit nervous because people were saying that they didn't think it was that great of a game. I'm hoping that it certainly seems to me to be more fun than the Horror House one at present. So that's a good sign. And yeah, I think we've spent a lot of time in fantasy adventures. I think I'm going to sneeze, everybody. Achoo! Oh, crikey. Excuse me. Cliffhanger. I love a cliffhanger ending. Across all series, what would be your dream away team? Maximum 3 members. Ooh, Wesley Crusher, Wesley Crusher, Wesley Crusher. I think easy. That is a great question, Neil. Thank you for the question. Heartless would go Data, Saru, Picard. Well Inspector, Odo, Worf, and Data. Robbie says, I'm enjoying it, maybe because we're all space geeks. Thank you for the bless yous. Mira, I need to find a voice for you to do my Star Trek series. Yes, you do. Yay. I will voice the shit out of your Star Trek series, Adam. Love that, AJ. Tony, Ensign Kim, Crusher, and Data. Heartless Ninny, 3 clones of Wesley for Mira. Exactly, that's all we need. Riker, Bones, Tuvok, maximum sass. Very good. I don't know if I could take Data. He would annoy me. Data, Worf, Picard. Picard would just boss you around, wouldn't he? Worf would be a good bodyguard, though. I like that. Wow, now that's a sassy team. A mashup with the Firefly crew. Yeah, but the thing is, if you go Firefly, you're basically running away not only from the law, but also from criminals. At least if you're Star Trek, you're goodies. It's a fun change. We can use a whole new world of puns. It is fun. I just hope that they still have wells in space. No loves for Saru, huh? Jadzia, Martok, and Bellara. Klingon fun time. Kirk, in case there are alien ladies. Oh dear. Kirk, Chakotay, and Jadzia. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I can't speak this eve. Kapla, says Neil to Caprice. He's become one of my favourite characters in the franchise. What can I say? Just Jalad and Darmok, says Gary O'Neill. Best away team. Well, I have to say, it's been absolutely lovely to have been joined by a very new person. Gary, thank you so much for buying memberships for the rest of the crew. I am trying really hard to build up my YouTube membership. Yeah, because it really helps, because then every month, YouTube give you a little amount of dollar, and yeah, I mean, did everybody else get completely stung by everything going up, including rent, service charge, bills in April? Like, whoa, I really do not like inflation. Lionel L. Johnston as substitute Kirk. Fantastic. So thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I am hoping to put together a new members only. It will either be a live that then becomes a video, or a new members only video where we will be going through the Warhammer 40k codex. We've just begun, and someone left me a really interesting fact about this picture, so we'll have a chat about that. And then the next subject we're going to be talking about is we're going to be looking at the contents and discussing the different Xenos and occupations one can take on. And then we're going to learn about the galaxy of Warhammer. So, very excited to share that with YouTube members only. These are indeed stressful times, and I'm very grateful for the distraction and the community, as am I, Heartless. Thank you yourself, Heartless, for bringing everything. Second edition nice, says AJ. Jen says, of course I managed to stop lurking just in time for the stream to end. Also, I was completely obsessed with that book as a kid. You're so right, says Haribo. And Sean says, agree, Heartless, this is a nice distraction. David, I've been destitute since Christmas. These risers are going to kill me. Don't die, David. We need you. Have a great week yourself, Neil. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you got some sunshine today. And I hope your week is really good and the anxiety wants to stay away. Remember, you're loved, you're worthy, you're good folk, and take care of yourselves. Okay, everybody, sleep well and see you next week. Okay, I have to stop the stream now. Bye. Good night, Aztec. Good night, Tony. Good night, Robbie. Bye, Caprice. Yeah, Monday. Bye, everybody. Night, Dartarus. Good night, Alex. Night. Oh, Christian, you were lurking. Good night. Another great stream. Thank you. See you, Sean. I hope you get to sleep before you get back up. Goodbye, Gary. I hope you enjoyed your first stream with us.